So Jax and Brittany got engaged. You're a married man.
Yeah.
Is engagement on the mind for you with Ariana?
No, not really. I mean, it's just not something that we're really into. You know, there's just we just have other priorities right now, and it just seems like a huge, major distraction to us to be like worrying about a wedding, engagement, all that kind of stuff. Like, we're trying to get into a house hopefully by the end of this year. You know, we're doing a book together. Ariana's launching a skincare line. Like, there's a lot of things that we're working on, and just planning a wedding, like knowing both of our personalities and how particular we are, like it would become an obsession. Like, it would be like, you know, it'd be just as bad if I went and bought like, you know, a new PlayStation and like Red Redemption 2 and like
becomes hyper focused on whatever he's focused on.
I do.
Vision. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work. So
It is.
It's a lot of work, and if neither really expensive, and it's like if neither one of us are like really feel like we need it or are that into it, it's just, to us, like, it's not even a tax break for us. Really, I mean,
Look at this.
yeah,
He's got a ring.
I got a ring.
I put a ring on it.
You put a ring on it.
Brittany and Jax getting engaged in that restaurant that didn't have bathrooms. What was it like when you found out they were engaged, and then watching it back, seeing where they got engaged?
I mean, compared to where they were a year before, they were living on a knife's edge. Like, they were on the cusp of breaking up. I mean, they were planning on going their separate ways, and a year later, they're just happier than ever and engaged. And I mean, it's unbelievable. From my opinion, it's unbelievable the transformation they underwent and like how much work they put in their relationship. And it's really, I love seeing Brittany so happy.
Yeah. Jack seems really happy too, obviously,
Yeah.
and he's in a better place. But,
Yeah.
But also, just to get back to what you were saying, that place, I mean, personally, I would have maybe picked something a little different.
Well, I thought they were gonna go to Nobu or something. Like, when they're like,
Yeah.
Nobu, I was like, oh, and she's getting all dressed up, and then it was that juxtaposition. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting
I
It's
get
a sentimental spot.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah.
spot that they've had like one of their first dates, I think, out there, and they love that. They love Malibu, so that's why they chose that. But yeah.
Another big part of the last episode was James was really going off. What was it like in that moment when you saw that happening and then watching it back? It's like a lot of people were not happy with him last night.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you know, there's no excuse to act that way. You know, look, with our show and like with our group of friends, you know, we're all put in the hot seat. We're all ambushed. We're all confronted. You know, we know that's coming. You know, you have a responsibility as a person to your friends, to whoever, you know, to act a certain way. It's not about getting ambushed. It's how you handle it. You know, I feel like we've all been there, and you know, he just handled it poorly. I will say, you know, Pride is like probably the busiest day of the year at SIR. It's very intense. There's cameras everywhere. You know, it's all, you know, full cast is there. It's like, and you know, it can be really intense. And you know, we do drink all day, you know. But I will say, I was there in that parking lot, and you know, Kristen and, you know, Side Girl were following James around the parking lot. They were following him around. Other people were following him around, and you know, I think he just hit his breaking point. I mean, like I said, there's no excuse, but I mean, you know, I would have just left if I was him, if I could have, you know.
I saw Chrissy Teigen was super excited for the new season to start. And there's lots of celebrities who are like obsessed with the show, like Jennifer Lawrence. What's it like having all these like super A-list people who are fans of you guys and watch the show and love the restaurants and all of that?
It's freaking cool.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, yeah. It's honestly, it's surreal, and like I've got to meet some really incredible people. Like, for instance, Jerry O'Connell. Love Jerry.
Such
O'Connell.
a cool guy.
He came into Tom
Guy's awesome.
early on when we first opened, and we had a great time. He was so incredibly just genuine, and I got to meet his awesome wife, Rebecca Romaine, and like that like I grew up watching them and being huge fans of them, and now they're in a restaurant that I have opened with my partner Tom and Lisa Vanderpump in West Hollywood, and they're just right there in front of you. It's like an out-of-body experience. I think it knocks the cool out of me. Not that I'm that cool in the first place, But what little cool I do have in me, it knocks it out of me.
I remember I was at SNL and we had just watched like a taping, and Sia performed, and we were at the after party because a friend of Ariana and I's used to be the head writer at SNL. So we went and watched taping, and Sia was there, and we're at the after party, and I didn't even recognize her because I've never really seen her without a wig on. And she came up to me and she's like, "Oh, and we have Tom Sandoval over here," and she's like, "Tell Ariana I absolutely adore her." Like, that was such a cool moment. I'll never forget. She was so sweet and nice, and I've met lots of really cool people like that. You know, just it's an honor. I mean, honestly, it's an honor that our show has come this far. That we're now like in our 7th season, and our ratings and the popularity is higher than ever. I mean, this has been a crazy year. We've been nominated for 3 awards.
Yeah.